everyone, welcome to Lesson 3 for your technical writing course this summer. This week we're going to talk a little bit about writing short reports and specifically about writing incident reports. So let me start off by talking a little bit about why short reports are important in a business setting. Oftentimes they tell whether work is being completed, schedules are being met, costs have been contained, or sometimes they state projections that are being met or unexpected problems that have been solved. They could be written in response to a specific question, or you might be required to write them daily, weekly, or monthly about routine business procedures for your company. For a list of types of short reports, see page 281 in your book. Now there are a few guidelines, about 7 guidelines here for writing short reports. These can also be found in your book. The first one is anticipate how your audience will use the material. If a coworker or someone who's familiar with your business jargon, your business lingo, is to read it, then using technical language is probably appropriate. However, if someone like a client or others not familiar with the specifics of what you're dealing with, you might need to, as they say, record your information in layman's terms. The second one is to do the necessary research. Obviously, this is important in any business. This could be as simple as checking an answer with another employee via phone or email, or by checking a piece of equipment. Sometimes the research required to complete the report might require you to dig a little bit deeper. For a list of different research you might be required to do, see page 282 in your book. The third guideline for writing a successful report is to be objective and ethical. Use facts and non-suggestive language. Be sure your information is complete and your projection is unbiased, and make sure that the report contains all of the necessary information your readers are going to need. Number 4 is to organize carefully. Okay, there are 4 parts to a successful report. First of all, state your purpose and explain why it is significant. This is important for people to understand why you are writing this report. Next, relay your findings. This would be the longest part of that report. This is where you're going to present the data you've collected. The third part is the conclusion. Tell your readers what those data mean. Explain to them why it's important that the data were collected and exactly how the company can use them. The last part of your report is the recommendations section. Explain the information, why the data you have collected is important, and also how the client or your company should use that information. For example, should they market a new product? Should they hire more staff, etc.? This is the place to make your recommendations. Number 5 on the list of recommendations for writing reports, use reader-centered headlines, bullets, numbering, and visuals. That's pretty self-explanatory. Make sure that it looks good and people can read it. Again, write clearly and concisely is number 6. I cannot stress having appropriate grammar enough. It makes your writing more professional, and it makes it easier for people to read as well. Number 7 then on this list is to choose the most appropriate format to present your information. This could be in an email. It could also be a memo or a printed letter. See pages 285 and 287 and also pages 294 through 295 for examples of these specific types of reports. More information about how to write the specific kind of report and incident report can be found on page 296 through 300 in your book, and that's actually one of your assignments for this week, so I recommend checking out the information there. Your assignments for this week include writing that incident report. The instructions for how to do that are on page 318, that is number 6 on page 318. Also, you will take quiz number 2, and you will have to complete a forum post about incident reports. Now, I did open the memo revision assignment from the last lesson so that it is open again until next Sunday. I see that there are a few people who did not have that completed yet. So if you complete that by next Sunday, there will be no late penalty. If you've got questions, please feel free to email me at leslie.warnke@k12 www.sd.us. Other than that, have a wonderful week. And as always, like I just mentioned, please email me with questions. I try to check my email on a daily basis, so I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you and have a wonderful week.